Stanley, I'm sure that you must have been following the political developments in Thailand quite closely, especially the protests by students. So as a businessman and as a representatives of the foreign chambers of commerce, what are worrying you the most now?
I think that Thailand is a democratic country. So to have protests is quite normal compared with overall a lot of countries. You can see that. But only thing, the thing only we're worried is that if they are out of control, right? So I think to voice out whatever different opinion, that would be good. And I think this time we see the very well organized too. The police and the chief commander of all the national security are taking care of the event quite well. So far we are still confident, but we are still monitoring that what's going to happen. Of course, we do receive the call from all the headquarters and different places ask us what's wrong or what's happened here.
What do you tell them?
I told them that we have go through many things, and then like in the past we go to the red shirt, the yellow shirt. We have a lot of protesting in Thailand, and then we go to many different kind of period. And I think this kind of period we all learn from the past, so we should have all the experience how to handle it.
So for you, I mean, for the time being, you still haven't seen any signs that things will get out of control, right?
Yes, I think that the government side or the protesting side, they are all doing well so far, so well. Yeah.
And what about the sentiment in terms of doing business in Thailand right now among foreign business community?
Of course, the challenges from COVID are still coming, right? And we all know that even though we protect quite well, but our neighboring country thinks that that's coming second wave or many other places. So this problem haven't solved yet, and then we have something coming up in the politics in Thailand. So many people a little be worried, right? Because right now, in fact, should we put more energy or more power to solve the problem of COVID? And then a lot of our people here are in the challenging, and then should we find a better solution for them? Or we have to get into another the challenging on the political side. So too nervous a little bit. I hope that everything will go fine. But if you ask deeply that how we feel, it's very challenging period already. If you add another issue, that will be even more complicated.
So you have never come across a situation like this before, no?
Yeah, of course, because COVID-19 is not just happening in one place. Things that they start from one place, but right now it's a problem for a global problem. And then we don't even can't find a solution right now yet. And then think this problem will be quite a period of time, and not just we will not just get rid of it by this year, and we have to find a lot of new normal, right? So why we don't put more energy on finding out that how we're going to change and ourselves and adapt to the current situation, rather than just complain.
You had a series of meetings with the representative from the government, especially on long-term visa for foreign business community. How do you see that this is quite urgent at this very juncture of COVID-19?
Yes, due to the COVID-19, of course, the impact to the people travel because of safetiness, right? And then we can see that Thailand, even though that at the beginning we think that we will fall into a big problem, but today we look at the result that we are quite well managed on our fighting with the COVID, how we manage. For tourists, yes, tourists we lost all our income, and how we do help all these SME who are serving in the tourism business. At the same time, if we continue like this, how about our mines industry, how are we going to do it? And Thailand are also one of the major countries for exporting. And how we continue our business. There's something new there. We got to find a solution of.
The Prime Minister Prayut said he will be reaching out to business community to get their ideas and cooperation in facing the impact from the pandemic, right? I'm sure that either the Prime Minister himself or his people must have talked to yourself or your colleagues in the Chamber of Commerce. So what have come out of the talks with the government so far?
I think that we know that we got to find a good solution. So we have the recommendation that how to open the border with the safetiness, right? Of course, these kind of things, you have to deal with a lot of education too, right? And I believe the voice in the public will be two parts. one part they want to open 50%,
right, yeah.
maybe 50%. Another 50% is nothing to do with me. For my safety, why you can open it? So a lot of things got to find out the new SOP, how to tell people that we can manage it. And I think we should not keep those kind of closed border. Closed border will be very challenging.
Yeah.
But how to open it up with the right SOP and the way we can have management and we can handle it. And that's the thing that we are looking for. I think not just Thailand, our neighboring country, right, or even many other countries in the world, they are also trying to find a solution before we can get the vaccine and then make sure that we can get rid of the virus. But before we get rid of virus, how can we survive and what will be the solution? And we got to sit down brainstorming and then educate and exchange view and make sure that everybody can work together to make sure that we can survive with safety.
You were in Thailand for a long time. You must have known the culture and the way lifestyle of Thai people, in which we rely so much on tourism. But COVID-19 is like turning point. But what's the solution that you can see in your perspective that probably Thailand should change the structure of the whole economy, not to rely too much on tourism? But what would be solution?
I think Thailand is a good time that I see some movement there. This year, according to our data, our GDP at least probably will be minus 10%, 10 to 11%. We still have quarter four. I hope that things can get better. Right? But currently, our focus still will be GDP of minus around 10%, right? And then we see that a lot of people, they come into the city and get a job. But we can see that during the COVID pandemic, right now a lot of people, they start moving back to their hometown. So I personally, I believe there's another opportunity, right? So in the past, we are going to aging society where too many young people, working force are moving to the urban area. Around they are back to up country. And during this period, how can they help their own land? When they go back, what can they make a change there? So personally, I believe that the most challenging place is not in the upper country, will be in the Bangkok area, because we will have a lot of people move out, and then we have a lot of facilities here, and people cannot come in. So I and my team, we try to propose the best solution that how we open up for the traveling. Because if I know that for the safety, we have to keep 14 days of quarantine. But if you keep 14 days of quarantine, in fact, that people were not really traveling, either MICE or tourism or many other things, right? So we got to find out a good solution. But things will be changed, right? Technology will changing, people's behavior will be changing, and then new way of life will change a lot of things there. So I believe in changing. So principally, I believe we got to sit down and think about it, how we make ourselves change to adopt the new era, the new normal, and then we can survive.
Yes. The government is coming up with this so-called special visa program to encourage visitors to come to Thailand, permitting them to stay up to 270 days, of course, under very strict public health safety measures, right? So do you think this plan will be enough to attract tourists?
I can only say that it's good to try. Right? At least we got to try something to find out that I believe that a lot of people want to come to Thailand. Right? So there's different type of people. So right now, if we feel that this is one of the way, we think that we are happy to bring these people come, and then we should try. But at the same time, I do talk to the government. I talked to one of the minister, right? Say that we still have about 400,000 of the tourist people are here, but since that their visa are going to finish on the 26th, on the Saturday, and so far we haven't heard that they're going to extension their visa. So you know that we have a lot of regulation law, and it's really make it complicated for the foreign aspect to stay in Thailand currently. So we need to speed up and to still talk to the government and a lot of how to extending their visa to make they can be happy to stay here. You know, in the hand that we try to open the door to bring some more tourists to come to Thailand, spend money to bring us income. At the same time, we have a lot of regulation try to block the people to stay here, try to push them out.
Okay.
So it's funny, but
irony in a way.
Yes, but I understand, but that we still have to tell the truth, and then people know what's happened.
So since we are on the topic of tourism, as you know, the tourism ministry has come up with this program to encourage expats, which we have about 1.2 million expats in Thailand, right?
Yes.
And the plan is to encourage them to travel domestically.
Yes.
So is it working? And you know a lot of expats here,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Are they taking up this
Yes,
incentive package?
Yeah, I think that they should promote more, because I think this school or aspect, they are staying here, they have money. And in the past, whenever they have holiday, they just fly out, right? So they take this time to see more about Thailand. I think that they are the best ambassador for our tourism. Because today, you know, everybody, you are become a cell media. Everybody have mobile phone, everybody have Facebook. They go to discovery the new place,
Yes, right.
and they take photo. They send out, all the community will see. Maybe in the near future, within another 1 year, 2 years, when people coming back to Thailand, they are not just go to Chiang Mai, Hua Hin, Phuket. Maybe they found out many other beautiful place or location in Thailand that they should go to visit.
And as far as you know, are your friends travel enough right now in Thailand, those foreign business expats in Thailand?
Oh, they're traveling. A lot of my friends, they say that they drive all the way from Bangkok down to Phuket.
Wow.
No, because that they say because some people still don't want to take the airplane, so they drive down there, right? They're beautiful. And you know, Thailand is a lot of facility, and right now is a good chance and then good promotion. So I always told my people, say that there's many beautiful places in Thailand. We should take this time to go traveling around. You know, that day I have to tease them, but arrange a trip for us just in Bangkok. No? We go to see three of the famous temples, like Wat Ban, Wat Lun, and then our Grand Palace. You know that in the past I never seem to go to these three places because I always feel like if I go there, there's so many crowd of people and tourists. I think in the early morning when we go to Wat Ban, you know, when I go in there, it's only our group.
Wow.
We can enjoy. It's so beautiful. That's a beautiful temple.
Very beautiful.
In the past, we can have this environment to take time and slowly enjoy there. And like in the past, daily visitor to the Grand Palace about 50,000 people. Wow. Right now it's less than 500. So I always told my foreign expat friend that take the time. Not just in the Dangjiang Wat. You can also go into the Bangkok. There's a lot of beautiful place. We should go and take a look and then acknowledge the cultural tour. It's very good in Thailand right now.
You're now acting like an ambassador for Thai tourism now.
but I think the good thing for Thailand, there's a lot of things that we should go and take a look.
That's right.
Stanley, and politically, you must be following the news about protests by young generation of Thailand. How do you come across of their demand? What's your take?
I think that it's good that they voice out. But at the same time, I always told the young people, you have to provide solution, right? And sometimes nothing will be perfect, right? So things will be always change. So to voice out and to give a good solution and find a good way to communicate. My personally have always a slogan in my life. I say the quality of your life is the quality of your communication. So protesting is a way of voice out, but there's many other ways. So I told her, I love the young people. But I always say that we talk. Right? Idea sharing. There's no one right or wrong.
That's right.
But I told the young people that one thing that it's not just ask what you want, and you have to see that what's the best for the nation, what's the best for the country. Right? That will be I more hope that they will think this way.
No, where you are from, that is Taiwan, right? So I'm sure that young people there are no less vocal about politics than in Thailand. So I think they must be also quite active.
They are very active.
So how do you see the difference between the young people here in Thailand as far as politics is concerned?
I think young people everywhere right now is no difference, right? So because right now, in the past, I think that our education system was sitting in a class and the teacher told us what should we learn.
Yeah.
Right now, all these young people, they are self-learning, right? They can and they have a lot of access of information, right? But of course, there's also a lot of information is not correct on the social media. So I'm more thinking that all these young people right now, they have more freedom than us, and they have more opportunity than us. So I always told them that you have to cherish. The more you have in hand, the more you have to learn how to cherish it. And only you know how to take care your responsibility and your right. And then you can really contribute to the society and the people.
Yeah.
And with the political tension in Thailand, the rumor is around that probably the coup could happen again. And you've been in Thailand for quite some time. If it really happened, how will it damage Thai society or Thai economy?
We have many discount events in the past, but as I stay here, I have to go through over 20 already, right? So it's another model, but you need to have a very good reason to do that. I think that in the past we have many different kind of military power get involved, and to make sure that the nation are stable, right? There's a good part, there's a challenging part, and I think that the current leader, like our prime minister, he has been in a position for a while, and I still believe that he had the wisdom to solve this problem. It's
Thank
challenging,
you.
but nothing easy.
Yes, it's very tough situation for Thailand at the moment. Thank you very much for your view.
And for your information, the parliament is still debating on on how they should handle the 6 motions seeking the constitutional amendment. The debate has finished, right? But they still have not been able to agree on how to deal with the aftermath of the debate, because according to what was agreed earlier, they would vote on these 6 motions tonight. But now there has been a proposal for the voting on the motion to be postponed, and instead to have a joint House committee to be set up to study the motions for another month before getting it back into the House for a vote. So this will not go down well with the protesters outside the parliament.
Personally, I think that this constitution took a quite long time to be there.
Yeah.
Right. And nothing will be perfect. It's good to them to voice out to see that if any possibility to change. And I also heard that the Prime Minister also said that he will listen to a voice and to see that if there's any necessity to make amendment, that they are willing to do so.
Yeah.
So we need to go through the process.
That's true.
So as long as we have the law and order, everybody can communicate in a peace way, and then we are always supported.
Many people said that the amending the constitution, even though people have different views on that, should be a forum for people with different ideas and views to get together and come up with a common stand on what is good for Thailand's future, right?
Yeah, why not? I think go through a more wider brainstorming, and then you can get up more good pieces of work there.
Yeah.
And I think that will be good for the society and good for everybody.